much for joining us.
Good morning.
Names that need no introduction in this industry. After so many years, I believe you've been doing this for 8 years now with Fashion Week in South Africa.
I can never remember.
You can never remember. It's like a lifetime.
It's always like the first time.
Like a ball rolling.
But why is it that we keep coming back and we keep doing amazing things?
I think it's because trends keeps on evolving. Every season there's something new to show, something new to do, and also the fashionistas are hungry for more. That's why every season we come back and we just show off what South Africa has.
Right, and we have a lot of greatness. And you're saying it's always like something new whenever you just showcase at Fashion Week. You've been doing it since 2011.
Yes, yes. It always feels new. I mean, with every collection, I think if you don't have that approach, then you're not doing enough. It has to feel fresh, and I work hard to make sure that it feels new.
Yeah. Let's talk about that hard work, Gert. From the outside looking in, we just see the garments all done and we're thinking, wow, that is so lovely. But you know us as humans, like, even me, I can do that. Tell us about what actually goes into putting together a collection.
As I'm literally sitting here, I'm like surviving on like 3 to 4 hours sleep.
Sheesh.
So it is rough. I mean, you're working weekends, you're working day, night. I mean, the show must go on. It's really all about the client and the end product and making sure that's all as perfect as it can possibly be. So it's a lot of hard work, but also, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty much glamorous as well.
Yeah.
But it just has its little peaks.
Right? All of everything in life is about balance, I guess, as well. Tell us about the hard work that goes into putting your line together.
Like he said, very little sleep. I'm getting on with like 2-3 hours, but the hard work it's necessary, and I think as long as you're doing what you love, it doesn't feel so hard. It's just part and parcel of the package, and it's what you need to put in, because like he said, the customer is key, and you always need to keep the ball rolling, and nobody cares if you had 2 hours worth of sleep. It's all about the show, and we live for the show. It's not as glamorous for me as it is for him, because I know what he does. We're quite different. I am vested in a other different avenue to him, but the pressure's the same.
Yeah,
we're all doing whatever we love, and we're trying to harness that and get better at it.
It's beautiful to see people doing what they love, and what you have right now in studio for us is one of your designs, Tshepo. Talk to us about this amazing, beautiful, beautiful garment.
You know, contrary to what I've just said, this is as glamorous as I get. I guess I was lying. There is a little bit of glamour. Our industry is very glamorous, and it's very seldom that you find a customer who trusts you enough to let you exercise your craft and celebrate your signature and what you love, and this is it. This is as glamorous as I get. This is a bespoke piece. Funny enough, she is a good friend of mine, and the nice thing about her being my friend is not only because she pays me money, but because she lets me do whatever I want.
Right.
You know, she had no say here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so is this designed specifically
for her? Yes.
It's
a bespoke piece.
Like you can tell it's bespoke.
I don't do bespoke that often.
Right.
But I know her, and I fed into her energy. My energy fed into hers, and she trusted me, and this is what came out. I'm like, friend, your dress is ready.
It looks
Come
beautiful.
and get it.
Absolutely,
and she loved
beautiful.
it.
And you look beautiful in it.
It's for a Royal Ascot wedding. So I said, Royal Ascot, just plug and play.
Right.
That's what I got.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of your designs. If you could just pull them up and show to our viewers some of Gert's designs. If we have them, tell us about the process of putting together this collection. What is it called?
My autumn-winter collection. It is really about what the current trends are and what people on the street want to wear. We have different lines. I mean, we have our wedding dresses that's doing so incredibly well and that we just love. And then we have a bit of a street style.
Is this a wedding dress that we just saw?
No, this is my 2 collections ago. This was autumn-winter 2 years ago, and we actually had the Days of Our Lives, or the Bold and the Beautiful Star, Cara Mosley here to model that for us.
Right.
So it's really about doing what the customer wants. I feel that throughout the year we showcase a lot of red carpets, and I'm sure everybody knows what a Gert and Coetzee wedding dress looks like, because we showcase those so often. But I really like to use the Fashion Week platform to showcase my ready-to-wear work. And that's really stuff that you can find on my online store, shopgert.com. And I think it's important, and I'm so proud to be a South African designer and to be able to have an online store and a presence, and people can actually walk in or just with one click and buy and order their own, very own Gertje and Coetzee number.
What does Fashion Week mean for you?
Fashion Week for me it's an expression. It's really a very much an elite society. Not everybody can show at Fashion Week, so it's a little bit of a chip on your shoulder as well. But it's a great experience. It's the expression of your creativity. It's just a platform where you can show the country and the world what you're capable of as a designer.
Yeah, Tsepo, what does it mean for you?
It means a lot. There's great support. There's a lot of work that they put into it. For me, it's like you said, expression. But for me, it's more like, yeah, it's a statement. It's my stance. For that season, I commit to a certain look. For me, going forward, I become more true to who I am and what the brand represents. So when you're there, you're literally speaking to the customer directly, and it's a great opportunity. It's spearheaded a lot of the business that we've done. For me, Fashion Week is more business than anything. It's not about that one customer. It's about being accessible to my customer and allowing them to feed into my energy. And just to see that and have them sitting in your front row clapping, I think that for me takes the cake, because then you know that they're feeling you and you're feeling them.
Yeah, it gives you some sort of gratification.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes of it. after months of no sleep, but that 5 minutes means everything. It's like 5 years.
Yeah,
and then you know your customer loves you and they still understand you and they trust your signature. It's about just giving them more and being loyal to them and, you know, harnessing that.
Let's talk to people who are intimidated by the word fashion. What do I wear? What colors do I put together? What is it that I do and what is it that I don't? In terms of the new season that is, what is trending?
I think, again, this season we're going to be seeing a lot of sequins, a lot of neon colors are coming through. We're seeing sneak peeks of leopard print peeking around every corner. But I really think, as South Africans, and if I can give the South African woman advice, she shouldn't be investing every season and the newest trends. Really pick what you like, because in the end of the day, you need to take that trend and make it your own. And that is what true style is.
You know, I'm looking at how fast she was able to change this dress, and I don't even want to know what goes on behind the scenes when you guys like now are live and you see this train of models that are just coming off of this conveyor belt. Tell us about this piece. It's quite a beautiful piece. Is this a print, African print, or?
No, that's just it's a print. It's a digital print.
Okay.
This piece is essentially what encapsulates what Sober is about. We are all about flattering the woman's figure. And like you said, she was able to change. I'm all about giving that woman that look without her having to accessorize and having her to get into all sorts of get-ups, unlike the first dress, which had a piece underneath. But this is essentially how our customer would identify us. It's a piece that's been running for a while, and it's good for us because I'm more retail than him, and I think that's why it's good that we're here together, because he's more runway, red carpet orientated. I'm more retail based, so I'm about putting something together that any girl in the street can actually, you know, relate to. And this is the most relatable piece. They love this piece.
It's a stunning piece. Do you also get to choose what shoes actually go with what pieces you put together?
Of course you do. It's all about creating the look, the final runway look. So it's you as a designer get so encapsulated in your collection that at a point close to the actual runway day, you just need to step back and hire a stylist to come and shoes and accessories, and then if you don't agree with them, you anyway change it still, so I don't even know why we do it.
It is all about us.
It's all about us.
Does it go right up to the hair as well?
The hair,
yes,
the makeup,
hair, makeup, music, even on the
even the music.
On the
when you are designing and coming up with your collection, you already see what, and you know, I know what a Gertje and Coetzee girl looks like.
Yeah.
And you just accessorize her accordingly, because they're surrounding us every day, all day.
Yeah.
So you just basically choose your top customers, and you kind of put them on the runway, just on tall supermodels.
Let's talk about a Gertje Johan Coetzee girl. Why is it so important that you make us look so good?
I think it's just really bringing out the fantasy. You know, it's manipulating the body with lines and colors to become the perfect version of yourself. I mean, fashion is an expression, and you really have to understand women to know what they want, and I think I do, and I think it's really about making them feel good, because people will never remember what you told them. They'll always remember how you made them feel, and that is what I thrive on.
100%. Tebo, are we going to see perhaps a range for men coming from you in the future?
You know, originally I am a menswear designer.
Ah.
It's just men don't shop enough, so I stopped.
Really?
They do not. They don't shop enough. So I went into ladies' wear, and I've had to find my feet there. And luckily, I was good at it. Thank God I was good at it. And because I'm a lady, I know what we want to look like.
Yeah.
I mean, Gert is amazing for being able to do it. Big ups to him. But me, just associating with my customer and learning to dress myself.
Yeah.
I started becoming more in touch with, you know what, I would wear a dress like this.
What informed your style or your fashion sense?
Well, if we get back into the meaning of sober entirely, I think that was just, for me, I've said this so many times, I'm always trying to find different ways to explain to people. Sober for me was my realizing how true I needed to be to my purpose as a designer. And being your true self and being honest about it, somebody's got to relate to that. And certainly it's given off, you know, it's worked out pretty well for me. Sober is essentially the intellectual girl, the girl who is a free spirit. She is well-informed. She is, she's got a great sense of humor. She's a career girl. She's driven. She's you.
Aww.
I'm sure we can have drinks sometime.
I'm so there.
So being that girl for me made it I got more in touch with that girl, and sober was a feeling, and that's what I'm constantly trying to sell. It frustrates me when people say, "What inspired you? What inspired?" It's not a building. It's not architecture. It's not that. It's a feeling.
Sure.
And with my next collection, you'll get my feeling. I'm trying to address my girl, the same girl who is sober, not to wait for a wedding or a special occasion, but to wear me during her downtime. Yeah. Because I find that my customer gets a little bit disappointed and frustrated with me, like, why aren't you wearing sober?
Yeah.
But can you really walk down the streets of Joburg with what you've seen now? No, you can't.
If you have a photo shoot or something.
Not in Joburg.
Thank you so much, though, for coming through.
Thank you.
And we're really so excited and so grateful that we have amazing designers in this country, giving international designers stiff competition. Congratulations. We can't wait to see your collection. Thank you very much for coming through. Gert Johan Coetzee as well as Tebo Mafokwana.